This woman is the most toxic vegan on the internet, and she hates everyone who eats meat. She harassed Mr. Beast for eating pizza, compared Gordon Ramsay to the devil and Hitler, bullied Sniperwolf, and even insulted an Uber driver.
Stop being a chicken shit!
But why does she hate everyone who doesn't share her views? And how does her aggressive approach destroy everything she claims to defend? That vegan teacher is a popular vegan on YouTube who actively promotes her lifestyle and judges everyone who disagrees with her. And this is, by the way, 99% of the world's population.
Humans are a disease on this planet.
She believes that animals are equal to humans, and since eating humans is illegal, eating animals should be as well. She doesn't care that in nature some species happily eat others. Humans should stop eating meat because animals suffer. However, she ignores that antelopes also suffer when lions eat them, just as she ignores any inconvenient arguments. In her view, people and animals are friends who run together on green lawns and enjoy life.
What the f is your problem?
It sounds like a naive fairy tale for children. However, her views are also as naive as they are radical, and soon you will understand why. But from the beginning, vegan teacher had one problem. Veganism is a niche topic that doesn't interest many people, and any activist, in order to liven up their otherwise pointless life, craves attention, and for that they often resort to strange or even shocking actions.
Yeah.
Vegan teacher had this problem too. Her content was quite boring. Vegan songs, complaints about animal suffering, and responses to comments. It's hard to imagine anyone willingly watching this for fun. But like any YouTuber, she wanted popularity. She needed to be noticed. After all, she believes her sacred mission is to enlighten stupid people. At some point, vegan teacher decided to change her strategy. She began to provoke and publicly attack famous personalities on the internet. This decision brought her popularity, but in the end, it destroyed what she was supposedly fighting for.
Ooh.
She intentionally provoked her victims and their fans to trigger a reaction and gain views. One of vegan teacher's first victims was Mr. Beast. This video brought her a huge hype, tons of views, and significant revenue from monetization.
God help the next generation.
It seems that she quickly realized that this tactic worked and decided to go into that direction. In her video, she almost directly accused Mr. Beast of paying for animal killings and abuse, and even recorded a series of videos where she criticized his lifestyle. For example, she accused him of ordering a huge pizza and throwing away the leftovers, saying, "While children in Africa are starving, he's throwing away food." But let's be honest, everyone has had food go bad in their fridge at least once. That doesn't make us guilty of global hunger. This argument looks hypocritical and illogical. After her success with Mr. Beast, vegan teacher didn't stop. She started attacking other influencers and demanding they publicly show the ingredients of their food to check if there are animal products. The problem was many found her attacks toxic and intrusive because food is a matter of survival. One of the most absurd moments was her accusation of Mr. Beast of kidnapping little cows. This came after he ate a dish with cheese. In her version, the milk for the cheese is taken from mother cows after their calves are stolen.
Cheese comes from milk, which is stolen from mothers after their babies were taken from them. Do you think that kidnapping is okay, Mr. Beast?
Yes, it sounds as ridiculous as it looks. She seriously claimed that a person eating fries with cheese is guilty of kidnapping animals.
You are perpetuating this holocaust that's going on.
After that, a wave of hate came her way, but it didn't stop vegan teacher.
Do not touch animals inappropriately. There is no excuse for animal abuse to steal their sperm. Leave them the f alone.
She continued making videos and criticizing Mr. Beast and other influencers. After that, vegan teacher went even further.
Are you okay, Mr. Beast?
She accused Gordon Ramsay of being the devil and even compared him to Hitler, claiming that he sends many living creatures to slaughter. She also accused Ramsay of paying for violence, torture, and other horrors.
He pays people to rape, torture, and murder animals. Why would you want him to promote this wonderful product?
She even called him a bad father. Why? Because in one of his TikToks, he recorded a video with his daughter where they cracked eggs on each other. Vegan teacher claimed that he was teaching his daughter speciesism. It's something like animal discrimination. In her view, this made him a bad parent.
How crazy is that?
But that's not all. In one of her videos, vegan teacher reached out to Silk Milk, a company that makes organic soy milk, asking them to break their contract with Gordon Ramsay. She claimed that he shouldn't be their ambassador because he's not vegan.
He's not even vegan.
And obviously he hates animals. This demand was made with such seriousness that at one point I started questioning her mental state.
If you see Gordon Ramsay, tell him this
She made these demands without any argument or moral right, just aggression and empty accusations, and this didn't look like a fight for animal rights, but rather a radical attack for the sake of the attack. Despite hundreds of thousands of dislikes and negative comments, vegan teacher kept pushing her line. The next victim of her attacks was Nicocado Avocado, one of the largest mukbang YouTubers who ate huge portions of food on camera.
Who are you, lady?
He himself admitted that veganism helped him lose weight and improve his lifestyle, but then he gave it up, explaining that vegan community was incredibly toxic and full of drama.
I was probably vegan longer than you've been vegan.
Moreover, according to him, giving up meat led to health problems like vitamin and amino acid deficiencies, which are essential for every human being to function properly.
Chicken, which your body requires for proper skin, hair, and brain health.
This of course irritated vegan teacher, and she immediately made a series of videos in which she accused him of the same sins as all her previous victims. No one expected that the next victim of vegan teacher would be Sniperwolf.
The vegan teacher wants me dead.
It seemed like why would she attack this sweet girl who just reacts to TikToks? Sniperwolf calmly stated that caring for animals is good, but why not care for the people around you as well? She questioned whether vegan teacher is really a good person and suggested that maybe she has no friends and suffers from loneliness. Apparently, vegan teacher spends all her time making videos and reading comments just because she has no other activities. Vegan teacher's response was shocking.
Like, let's say she's cooking one day and accidentally a bunch of hot oil splatters on her face and she loses her sight.
This sound is so cruel and disturbing that essentially she wished for the girl to go blind just because she eats meat.
To practically wish ill will on me because I'm not vegan. You know who else has no empathy? Psychopaths.
This radicalism and hatred from vegan teacher demonstrate what ideological polarization can lead to. In her case, activism turned into hatred for everyone who doesn't share her views. This is the final point for any activist. At the same time, Sniperwolf surprised everyone with her response.
I'm narcissistic and self-absorbed because I eat meat.
Her review of vegan teacher was much better than the usual reactions to TikToks. But vegan teacher went even further. In one of her videos, she said she wouldn't regret if Sniperwolf one day didn't wake up. She said the world would be better without such people.
SSSniperwolf, if you're watching this, if you don't wake up tomorrow, it won't bother me at all. And in fact, honestly, I would be kind of happy.
The root of her hatred, according to her, is that Sniperwolf has 30 million followers who eat 3 times a day, and vegan teacher considers her an accomplice in all crimes against animals.
Eat your vegetables!
I think this woman is actually insane.
The larger an influencer's audience, the more vegan teacher hates them. But attacking Sniperwolf was a big risk for vegan teacher, because now we know exactly what this sweet girl can do with her haters. A full video is already up on the channel. But that was just the beginning. In one of her videos, vegan teacher attacked an Uber driver.
You don't eat pigs, but you eat other animals. They also suffer.
Probably knowing in advance that he was Muslim, she decided to teach him about life and tell him what he shouldn't eat, citing the Quran.
Nowhere in the Quran does it say you have to hurt animals, you have to eat them. It doesn't say that. So you can choose as a Muslim to not eat them.
Then she switched to her usual rant. No milk, no eggs, because that's animal abuse.
They take the baby cows away from the mothers, and they kill them if they're boys.
But the driver was just trying to do his job. He was a taxi driver, not a participant in a discussion about animal rights.
Now, ma'am, stop that question, please. I don't want to answer those. This is my privacy and I don't need...
Okay.
You're filming me.
Yeah.
Please.
His patience quickly ran out, and he asked her to stop imposing her worldview on him, because if vegan teacher talks about animal cruelty, then her constant attempts to forcefully convince people of her rightness is also a form of psychological violence aimed at humans.
I want to say to you, sir, that every animal that you ate, I'm sure that
Please.
I ate as well.
Madam,
You know?
madam,
Yeah.
can we stop that?
And according to Darwin's theory, humans are also animals. So, vegan teacher, why do you hate these lovely bald animals? In one of her videos, vegan teacher claimed that vegans are better than God. Why? Because vegans actively protect animals, which she says were created by God, while God, according to her, does nothing to help them.
Vegans are better than God because we're out here protecting the animals from being murdered while he's just sitting up there doing nothing.
She argues that God is lazy, weak, and unable to intervene to save suffering animals. Her words come across as an open critique of the all-powerful being. If God has the power, why does he do nothing?
God creates harm, creates suffering.
Moreover, she stated that giving people free will was a mistake because they use it to kill animals. She claims it would have been better if people didn't have free will and were just like animals themselves.
Time to change your religion like you change your underwear. Change your religion, show God that you really care.
But how arrogant does one have to be to make such a claim? She essentially places herself at the center of the universe, saying that her issue is the most important and urgent on the planet.
So not only is she stupid, also disrespectful, and just overall an insane person.
This seems more like an attempt to justify her own inability rather than a genuine desire to make a change, and this raises the inevitable question: what is vegan teacher herself doing to change the situation? Does she participate in campaigns, collect money and donations to save animals? Does she create educational centers or parks where people could interact with animals, learn to understand and respect them? Instead, she continues to make funny videos accusing everyone around her and portraying herself as the victim.
Hello? God? He says no more ice cream.
According to her logic, it's not just people who are to blame, but also God, who created these people.
So when I hear that somebody's religious, I get very nervous.
However, she doesn't even consider that such statements only further solidify her reputation as a radical out-of-touch freak. But vegan teacher managed to surprise everyone even more. In one of her videos, she took issue with a Minecraft video in which someone built a redstone contraption, and in front of it there was a sheep. But vegan teacher was so triggered that she decided to make an entire video about it.
Look at this sheep's face. Do you think that this sheep wants this to happen? No.
She seriously got upset because, in her opinion, someone was tormenting a sheep in a computer game. Just don't tell her that in Minecraft you can also harvest wool or meat from them. Despite her radical views, vegan teacher once stated that she doesn't want to be associated with the image of the crazy old lady on the internet. She wants to be a simple woman with whom people could communicate without bias. But this sounds quite ironic, given that she did everything possible to be treated as a trash YouTuber, as she criticized everyone she could reach online. The problem is that all of vegan teacher's content is garbage. It will never convince anyone to become vegan. Instead, she has managed to achieve the opposite effect, as now many people who dislike her videos associate veganism with something aggressive, radical, and unreasonable. At first, I thought vegan teacher was a strange but well-meaning woman with a genuine desire to help animals. However, the more I watched her videos, the clearer it became that her approach is completely ineffective. Her content is not about arguments or attempts to persuade. It's just a broadcasting of her viewpoint, which boils down to a simple "you are living wrong, you should live the way I say." There's no deep analysis or logical reasoning in her videos. She doesn't consider other viewpoints or try to use critical thinking, almost as if it's forbidden tactic for her. Such an approach might work on 6-year-olds, but adults need something more. I think vegan teacher started her journey with good intentions, but like any form of activism, it eventually turned into hatred for everyone who doesn't share her worldview. After all, when you attack others with good intentions and do it systematically, what kind of outcome do you even expect? Her provocations gained views, but they also pushed most people away, and the problem isn't that she is a vegan. The problem is the toxic way in which she tries to impose her views on others. And it seems that now she's at the point where her actions do more harm than good, as all her content does is create disgust among the people who watch her. To me, she's just another freaky and radical activist, of which there are hundreds or even thousands on YouTube. And to be honest, I'm even grateful that such people exist. After all, what would I make my videos about if they didn't?